Chris Hall here for Dogs on Demand on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all those other places where you can find us. And we're very happy to have Tori McKool with us today. And Tori is social media manager for the UGA women's soccer team. And she does a lot of other things as well that we will be talking about. So I got to tell you, Tori, you are upping my cool quotient quite a bit by being on the program today. And I really appreciate, a guy like me, sometimes our cool quotient is not quite what it ought to be. Thank you for coming on the program and making me seem to be halfway cool.
Of course, I've been so excited. I've watched Instagram all the time. I've seen the podcast. So this is a super cool opportunity, and I'm super excited to talk today.
Well, we're glad to have you with us. Now, before we get into what you do with the University of Georgia and the women's soccer team, let's talk a little bit about you. Now, I got to tell you, you're pretty impressive. And you're what, 20 years old? Is that, well, I shouldn't ask your age, should I? But you're close to that. Okay.
Great.
You're a social media. I got to say you're a celebrity. Talk a little bit about your social presence, what you do, your following on TikTok and all of the things that you do on social media and how people can connect with you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. So I guess I could consider myself an influencer,
Yeah,
but my niche is more sports. I grew up playing soccer my whole life. And the social media itself, it kind of grew out of nowhere. It started, I would say, around 2019 when I was in high school off of TikTok. And I grew to 400,000 fans in 5-6 months. It was insane. I was just a junior. I didn't know what I was doing or what was really happening. But, going viral and then it kind of happening over and over just gave me like a drive that I've never had before. And social media, I mean, it's really new nowadays. And so right now I'm at 500,000 followers, around 550,000 on TikTok. And it's completely changed my pathway for life, what I want to do. And it's been so amazing. So, working with sports teams and sports leagues, social media has opened a door for me in so many ways possible. But yeah, no, I, since I was saying, played soccer my whole life. I actually played D1 soccer at Middle Tennessee State my freshman year, right out of high school. It was so awesome. I'd been committed for probably 4 years. But, like I was saying, with social media changing and that kind of happening all out of the blue, I decided to go for my eligibility and go straight to social media, try and come work for UGA because I've always wanted to go to UGA. My dad went here. And yeah, I'm here now.
I tell you, I've checked out your stuff on TikTok and, an older guy like me, that's, treading some ground perhaps I haven't been on before, but you do a beautiful job with what you do. And I would encourage everybody to check out what you do on TikTok and Instagram and all of those places. Beautiful job that you do. So you played Division I soccer for Middle Tennessee State. Let's talk a little bit about soccer, if for guys, soccer is the original football. It is the football. For the rest of the world, it's the football. We talk a lot about American football here on our program, but I tell you, I am so amazed at the athletes who play soccer, men and women, the stamina that they have, the agility that they have, the strength that they have to be able to run all over the place, for as long as they do. Just from someone who's had experience in high school and in college in soccer, tell me how grueling is that physically and academically? It really takes a lot to be a soccer player in high school and even on the college level. And I can't imagine it on the pro level. It really is a grueling sport, isn't it?
Oh, it's insane. The grind, the compassion, girls like me and athletes, they go through so much physically, mentally, as you were saying, like from waking up to 6 o'clock and going to weights and then going to practice, finishing by 10 o'clock, going straight to school after that. And then, as for me, I had mandatory study hall right after school with my other teammates from, whenever class ended 4 to 7, you say, and then after that, you're still studying, you're going home, you're going to sleep, trying to, keep your body okay, keep your mind okay, getting enough sleep, and then waking up and doing it all again. It's truly incredible if you, have that in you to be a student athlete. It's something like, I don't even know how to describe it. The girls that do it, to me, I'm so impressed by them. Even here at Georgia, their schedules are crazy, but they're doing it. They're killing it, and they're the sweetest girls. It's so awesome to be able to, see something that I couldn't fulfill myself, but see it through 30-something girls at Georgia. It's pretty cool.
It really takes discipline. Back in the day, I played some organized sports. It really does take discipline, to be at the top level and to perform for your own performance, but also for your teammates to be a part of a team. The camaraderie on a team is really something. You build lasting relationships. I'm still friends with a lot of guys that I played with. That is really something special in that the teammate aspect. You become a family. You become a family, and you support one another, and you love one another. That's a cool thing about sports, isn't it?
For sure, for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about what you do at the University of Georgia. Now, you work with the U.S. or with the Georgia women's soccer team. What are your responsibilities? What do you do for the soccer team?
So I'm one of their social media managers. I'm with the girls all the time. I'm there at practices and games. I travel with them. I get, in-house content and personal stuff of what the girls do throughout the day, what the practices are like, the chemistry of the team. We make a lot of videos, a lot of reels, so go check that out. A lot of the cute commentary and questions, and yeah, no, I spend a lot of time with them. So, at their games, filming before and after. And yeah, I mean, all around that, since I've started, we've gone up almost 6,000 followers, which has been a huge deal for
Yeah,
the team, especially. So yeah,
yeah.
I just do a lot of the Instagram stuff like that.
Cool. Well, you're an expert at it. You do a great job with it, and you got women on the team who come from different parts of the country, and it's kind of cool to interact with those ladies, right?
So cool. So cool to meet girls. There's a girl, our starting goalkeeper right now is from Nevada. She's amazing. We just had a bunch of transfers come in from Southern California, which is where the coaches are from. We had Florida transfer, a Florida State, huge, great schools, Notre Dame. And then, the talent in Georgia is amazing. So keeping what we can and seeing the Georgia girls come play for their home state has been incredible. I'm so excited for the season.
Yeah, the women's soccer on the world stage. The women's World Cup has just ended. Did you guys get into that? Were you able to watch some of the matches?
Yes, so around the office, there's TVs everywhere. We were playing and streaming games all the time while they were there, eating and watching them as a team. And I mean, it was sad to see the US go out early, but a lot of the girls, even when they were in, a lot of the girls on the soccer team were expecting England to go through, and Spain, and Sweden. So yeah, no, it was really fun. I wish the Women's World Cup would come sooner.
Yeah. I tell you what, that competition at that level is wow. It is really, really something. And I think, like in a lot of sports at that level, there's a fine line between the teams. I mean, sometimes it's you might get a lucky break that might determine a game or something like that. But the competition at that level is really just amazing. Well, let's talk a little bit about the women's soccer team. Now, the season has started. This
Mhm.
is the time of the year when the season is underway. Georgia took on UCLA, then got rained out when the girls were the ladies were gonna take on the Southern Cal, I think.
Yeah.
Hurricane Hillary took took that match out.
Yep.
But Georgia, lost to UCLA, but UCLA is no slouch. Their women's soccer team won the national championship last year. How did the team look in that first game?
The team looked great. I mean, we got unlucky with having a PK in the first half, so they were up. But, the tempo was great. It was our first, like, real game with seeing what we were going to look like for the season. And I mean, I was shocked. I was sitting on the edge of the bench like, oh my gosh, we had chances and they had chances too. I'll give them that credit. UCLA is UCLA. But no, that was a super good testament for us, especially being the first game of the season, playing, the defending national champs, and, teams from all over the country were also watching that game to see, who's taking on UCLA first, how it's going to go. But besides that, it was a good start, and it'll only make us better for this upcoming season.
Now, Central Florida comes to Athens, I understand, on Thursday. That'll be the first home game of our home match of the season for the women's soccer team. I've never been to the soccer venue there at the University of Georgia. Describe for me the atmosphere. Is it raucous when you guys get on the pitch and you got the crowd in the stands? I mean, what kind of atmosphere do you guys have?
It's amazing. Turner Complex is great. It's also combined with softball, so we're right next to them. But our stadium's beautiful. We have fans filled the whole game. The whole bleachers are full, the music's great. I feel like I'm about to run on the field too when I'm there.
Well, maybe they'll let you one of these days. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
So give me a scouting report on Central Florida. They're not a slouchy team either, are they?
I'm pretty sure they're about to move into a different conference, or I don't know if they already did or not. They're a very decent team. It's one of those exhibition games. So, I mean, not exhibition, start of the season, but, not as important as our SEC conference games with Alabama and Arkansas and those teams. But nevertheless, UCF will be great on Thursday. So I'm not sure what kind of talent they have, but I am super excited for the Dawgs to see what they will do. And especially it's our home opener. It's our first game at home at Turner this season. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Admission is free, right? For the matches. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Very good.
Admission is free.
Yeah. I know maybe you kind of did a little scouting about some SEC teams. The SEC, for women's soccer, that's a pretty tough conference. Good teams all across the board. Who do you think is going to be the toughest competition as you look at the SEC? And who won the SEC last year?
So the tournament last year, Alabama won. And yeah, they played South Carolina Gamecocks, which is who we lost to in the semifinal. And they were a powerhouse last year. South Carolina was a powerhouse. Arkansas has always been super good. Let me think who else. Those three are big names in soccer. And then Alabama went all the way to play UCLA in the semifinal of the NCAA tournament last year. So that'll probably be a big one on our back. And Tennessee's also a good team.
Yeah, very good. Now, usually you have one or two matches a week. Is that right?
Yes, Thursday and Sundays.
Thursdays and Sundays. All right.
Yes. Actually, I think I got that wrong. Sorry, my bad. South Carolina beat Alabama in the SEC tournament, but Alabama was overall SEC with all of their games matched up first. Yeah.
It's tough competition.
Every team is right here with each other. So.
Now, actually, a lot of the matches are on television. I know ESPN and ESPN Plus carries a lot of the games, and also you can see them online. So, people who want to really watch the Dawgs play softball, we love football, we love baseball, we love it all. The people, I guess your Facebook page, the women's soccer Facebook page, gives you information on where the games can be seen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and you're in charge of that, so you take that for us. There you go.
Yes, it'll keep updated at all times and scores, games, all that kind of good stuff. So.
Good. I wonder, we do a lot of football stuff here at Dawgs on Demand, of course, and, Georgia winning back-to-back national championships. And I'm kind of wondering, how does that success with the football team, does that bleed over? Does that have an influence on other sports, you think? All the hype and all the success of the football team, has enjoyed. Does that kind of bleed over, into that let's go get them attitude with the other teams? Does that happen, you think?
I would 1,000,000% say yes. I think for sure. I mean, you wanna be a school that's good in all kinds of sports, so, football being the top, it definitely drives the soccer girls too, as they love to support, they love going to the games. But no, for sure, I mean, everyone knows we're a football school, so trying to, put that, name for soccer too is definitely in the works, definitely gonna be top, hopefully soon. So, yeah, no, I would say football has a huge impact on the other sports, but soccer, yes.
There you go. Very good. And I love the fact I just love women's sports. I'm so I'm a sports guy. I think there's such a great value in playing team sports and being involved in sports. There's such a value in so many different ways. And even on the local level, I love to see the girls and women involved in team sports. It's kind of cool. Now you're kind of looked up to by a lot of folks. How important is it for we want to be on social media. We want to access that. That's where a lot of the action is these days. But also we want to get out and be active and play sports, right? And you've done both. So talk a little bit about that and maybe offer a word of encouragement to the young girls to get out there. You can play soccer or softball or run track or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, growing up as an athlete, that's super important to get your physical activity in. And, you make friends. And that's how I had my social circle, not through social media, but through playing sports and being active. So I definitely encourage that for all the young girls and aspiring young soccer players, too. I mean, it's such a good sport, and you can play with guys and girls. And
Oh.
yes, I totally encourage.
Well, as we tape this, the Little League World Series is underway, and the team representing the Southeast United States has a young lady on the team with the baseball, playing baseball with the boys. And I'm telling you, she's a good player. And get out there and get active and get involved. A lot of times there's a crossover between soccer and football, as usually with the place kickers, with the field goal kickers. So tell me, there's got to be a woman on the team that if Kirby came to the coach and said, "Look, I need somebody to kick extra points or a field goal. I need a good strong leg."
Mhm.
Tell me who would the coach say, "Okay, Coach Smart, I'll send her over and she can do what you need on the football team." Yeah,
Mhm.
give me a name. Who would fit in with that, you think?
If I'm not mistaken, actually, one of our girls in high school was their high school kicker, and
Who?
that's, number 10, Summer Denigan.
Yeah.
I was looking through her social media a few days ago, I noticed she was a kicker in high school, and, I mean, if she's got the experience already, I would totally send Summer. But,
Absolutely.
a lot of soccer players do that in high school too, which is so cool, women getting in men's sports and teams, so,
And they're
yeah.
good at it too.
Yeah.
They're good at it. Back in the day, I remember the kickers wouldn't do the soccer thing. They do the front on thing. They take the 3 steps and when the soccer style kicking in football came in, I thought, wow, how do they do that? Hit it with the side of the foot and all that kind of thing. So you never know. Coach Smart may call on, the coach one of these days to get somebody to come in and help. Well, now is this your first year working with the soccer team?
This is my 2nd
Like,
season, but 1st year being a student here, so I just started school on Monday, and yeah, this will be my 2nd season with the Dogs.
very good. So how's school going?
It's great, coming from a smaller school of having 30 kids a class to now having 300, it's kinda insane, but I really liked it so far. I've had a good, 2 days now, and I'm good with school, so I'm excited for this
There you go.
year.
Now, what you studying? What's your major? What you studying?
I'm marketing,
Oh, yes, of
marketing,
course, of course.
social media, I thought that would be perfect, and
Yeah, yeah, and a good program there at the University of Georgia,
mhm.
a very good program. Georgia will start off with the football season a week from this Saturday. So you guys going to the game?
Oh, for sure, you
Y'all
will
sit
see.
together when the soccer
Yes,
team comes in? Do you
yes,
sit
you will
together?
see
Really?
the soccer girls there.
I'm
Yes.
gonna be watching to see if I can spot you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, Tori, thank you for being with us on our program today. You're a delightful young lady, and we're very happy for you. And I tell you what, check out her lip syncing. I mean, now, are you ever just going to like sing yourself, on your videos? I think you could do it. I think you could do it.
Told over the years I've had a good voice, but that's just TikTok. You lip sync to everything.
Not me. I'm terrible at it. Okay. Well, Tori, thank you for being with us, social manager for the UGA women's soccer team, soccer player herself, just a delightful young lady. We'll give the information about where folks can connect with you on social media on our post. But thank you for being with us, and God bless you, and good luck with what you're doing at the University of Georgia. And go Dogs, right?
Go Dogs. Thank you so much for having me. Hope to see you at a soccer game.
All right.